This video is brought to you by Huel and Liquid IV. More on them in just a bit.
Important heads up before we begin this reaction. There's going to be two sets of reactions here on Real Rejects. The first one to be uploaded is this one, Gamers React, because we know the games very well. And then Monday mornings is going to be blind reactions, the non-gamers with Tara, Roxy, and John. So if you don't want spoilers, we are not going to mince our words. Last time when it was only Andrew and I, we were like, oh, we have to really watch what we're saying the whole time and then we'll give spoilers later. I felt like that actually limited our expression of our real selves. And if the whole point of Real Rejects is to be honest with everyone, it's important that we are able to watch this and comment the way how we would actually comment as people who have played the game. So that's why we are dividing the reactions up this way. And this time, Aaron's going to be joining us. Now that said, how you doing, citizens of the Reject Nation? We're back for more Last of Us. We're at season 2. Aaron, how you feeling, buddy?
Oh man, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. Happy to be here this season with you guys. I love The Last of Us since 2020. I was a late bloomer into the game, but I'm happy to be here for this reaction. I actually replayed game 1, game 2, and rewatched season 1 right before coming in here, like an hour beforehand. So I'm really excited and ready to watch season 2.
I respect the commitment, and I know you committed as well, right, buddy? How you feeling?
I am feeling so excited. It feels like just yesterday or another lifetime that we reacted to season 1, but I'm so excited. I mean, I know game 2 was very divisive, but I love that game. There's a lot of great themes. I'm really looking forward to this. So I'm excited to see what is going to be adapted and what they're going to come up with originally. So looking so forward to it. Greg, how are you feeling today?
It's my favorite video game of all time, The Last of Us 2. So I am beyond thrilled to be here. I'm a little bit wiped today, but I can absorb this under any condition. Yes. I am ready to do it. I am ready to talk. Again, said it many times, if you don't want spoilers, this is going to be a spoiler-heavy one. We will still be paying attention, absorbing the show. We're not going to just try to spout shit out all the time, but we're also not going to try to watch what we're saying in terms of like, oh my God, did we ruin it? That's on you at this point if you're still sticking around. If you don't care, great, stick around. With that in mind, leave a like on this video, Reject Nation. That'd be very much appreciated. Also, make sure to subscribe. And here you go. You're here. Go ahead. Do your thing.
You're gonna wanna ring that bell so you can get notified anytime a new video is coming out, y'all.
Love to hear it. Also, really want to say a massive, you have no idea how grateful we are to our patrons right now. This channel, in the past couple months, it has been copyright central. I don't know how else to put it to you. Almost every video that is uploaded throughout the week is hit with some type of claim, and I'm sure with this show, it'll happen as well. So patrons have been saving us with helping out on some of that monetization offset. And on top of that too, that's where you get the full-length reaction watch-along, where you get to sync up with your own copy, so there's a time code included, and it's like we're on the couch watching the whole thing with you from beginning to end. And also because it's the first episode, we are going to make that one public for everyone, so you understand what the whole watch-along system is like. There's a link in the description box, link in the pinned comment. Guys, are you ready to do this? I'm ready to do this. Let's learn about Abby.
I'm ready to be devastated.
By the way, do our Patreons get discounts to our shirts as
They
well?
do get discounts. Thanks for remembering to mention that. That's why you're here, to remember stuff. Let's remember stuff together. We'll shout out more shirts later. Let's go.
Swear to me that everything you said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
I was telling the boys, I think I like Pedro more than Troy.
Them are fighting words, Greg.
I think they'd bring different strengths to the roles, but I do like the heart he brings to it from the jump that permeates throughout.
We're continuing.
Oh, continued.
That's great.
Oh.
Subtle and nice.
Oh,
I like it.
they must have deleted that from the first season. They carried it on.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
I like seeing that look too on Joel, knowing he just made a mistake. I'm gonna try and say his name right. The composer, Gustavo Santaolalla.
Oh,
The Salt Lake
We're
Crew.
starting here.
we're starting off with Abby?
Fascinating.
Oh, it's like right after.
We're setting the stage early. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unique. Okay.
Damn, Joel took a lot of lives.
I heard rumors about some kid he took that was supposedly.
That must be Nora.
From Mel Owen.
Ed has a brother who runs an outfit in Seattle, a guy named Isaac.
Oh,
Supposedly
yeah.
he'd take us all in.
Not until we find Joel.
Oh, giving us this additional context. Fascinating.
We're finding him. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
All right, she's happy.
With a 3-day jump on us. We should have gone right after
He
him.
drove away, Abby.
We were trying to save the wounded. But we didn't save anyone, did we?
Perfect line for Mel, as she's a doctor.
It's not fucking fair. None of this is fucking fair.
Smart to endear you ahead of time. Wow.
Yeah, without the switcheroo.
Maybe the Seattle crew has resources. They could help us get some sort of lead.
He'll help me find him.
Yes.
He is
I'll help you find him.
towering over.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, he already captures that heart of Owen.
Yeah, but I was going to say it's fascinating. It was Owen's idea to go to Seattle. As we know, it's his idea to leave Seattle later.
Oh.
Yeah, they drive home the loss of what Joel dished right up front. I mean, you got it for television. It makes more sense to do it for TV. Although, I kind of would have wanted the boldness a little bit to mess with the audience.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I feel like it makes it more balanced.
Huh.
Yeah, well, we'll get into it in the after part, but I think this is a very interesting choice.
Slowly.
What?
Slowly. Do it slowly.
Yeah.
When we kill him slowly.
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
chills.
She does feel like,
Oh, she captures Abby for sure.
yeah. Now she's going to be massively buff after the credits.
Right?
Are they gonna give her fake muscles?
It would have been more bold to like do what the game did, where you don't. It could immediately.
Did I say
connect
this
you.
was going to happen a couple weeks ago in terms of they're going to get to Abby's perspective pretty quickly?
You did say that, yeah. I'm happy they did. I think because with the switcheroo, it already puts you in a position to dislike Abby, but starting with her empathy off the bat, it makes it more balanced for the intention of where the story is going.
They're trying to make it less divisive for the general going audience who doesn't know the game, which I understand, but I think to Greg's point, I would have liked to if they would have messed with the audience, because that was a great portion of the game. But again, we'll get into
I wonder
it
if that
too.
part's going to change once Joel passes.
That's a good question. That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it was
later.
5 years as opposed to 4.
4 in the game.
Tattoo. She got that.
Fully formed.
From Cat.
Holy shit! Who's this dude? She
Guessing
training?
he's training her, yeah. Damn.
Whoa,
this
whoa.
is.
I don't think this is training.
I was gonna say this is past training.
Ooh, nice. Nice.
We got the moves.
Nah, it's training.
I like us immediately showing she's more capable than she was in the last time we saw
Yeah,
her.
definitely. She can hold her own for sure.
There, tap
Okay,
out.
yeah, it's
Jesse.
Jesse.
Boom, motherfucker.
You can't boom motherfucker people who land the first hit on.
Well, I can obviously take a punch, so who cares?
I pulled it.
Why?
Because I told him to.
Why?
Otherwise, he would have knocked you out. And I don't want to have to explain that.
She's already using her lower register of her voice.
She has to establish that she's grown up and aged.
Hey, going to the thing tonight?
Don't we have to?
Yeah.
Security and shit.
Oh, you're part of the community now?
Huh. Are they going to play this out in more chronological order?
Oh,
We went down to Jackson.
that was cool that we got an early preview of it last season. But I love that tracking shot.
Beautiful.
Oh, is that where we're
Wow,
at?
Jackson is huge.
Damn.
Beautiful.
It's an expansive commune.
Oh, he directed this episode, Craig Mazin. Cool.
And I don't think we're going chronological because I believe there is still going to be flashback stuff.
Oh, yeah, because it looks like her and Joel already have strife. Oh, damn. I've only seen like 10 seconds of the preview, so I'm so excited. I've avoided everything. And I love how Pedro plays into the age and the brokenness.
Yeah, because he'd be 61 at this point in time.
The main lines are clay, all cracked to shit and full of roots. What you doing?
Fixing these breakers. They were gonna chuck the whole panel, but all they need is new springs.
Teach me?
This is so smart. Establishing everyone's relationship with Joel ahead of time so everyone feels the loss.
You gotta check if the wires are live, so how do you do that?
I lick them.
And in the game, she said Eugene taught her about wires.
Can I ask a question?
Shoot.
Why is she angry at you?
Oh.
You're her best friend. Reckon she would have told you.
Nope.
The first scene of him in the last season, he's at dinner. He's at a kitchen table with his daughter.
With his daughter.
I know I'm a hard ass and maybe overprotective, and she's her. But, I mean, what did I do?
Oh, no.
Oh, I don't think they've had the conversation yet.
I can't hold myself responsible for another person's emotional state.
That's a theme.
Are you in fucking therapy?
Is he?
Holy shit, you're seeing Gail?
I'm not in therapy. Jesus, go.
Oh, man. They're going to make them all introspective. Oh, they're going to make this so much harder.
It'll be okay.
Oh, man.
Dina, don't tell anyone I'm in therapy.
Oh,
He's actually working on himself like that.
that's awesome.
Are going to make this so much more heartbreaking. So messed up. That's what I mean. Like, he plays into the broken more.
Nice touch on. Oh, it's got to be Tom. It got to be Tommy.
Definitely.
Yes.
Oh, they would have the delay.
Oh, it's not Tom. Okay.
Tommy,
Oh, it
yeah.
is Chuba.
No.
Yeah, with
Pulling
Tommy.
it from the game.
But I like that they established that in season 1 that he's been training and killing clickers from half a mile away.
That's one of my favorite parts in the game, using that sniper.
A lot of them out there.
Yeah, I noticed.
Want to get a patrol out there?
Cool. How'd you that run?
Actually, taking you off patrols for a bit. Last run, you were a bit reckless. You wandered off on your own, Ellie. We have rules for reasons.
Please. I'm an adult. He can't tell me what I can and can't do.
Yeah, well, he can tell me.
You know I'm the one we should be least worried about when it comes to infected.
Hey, no.
Oh, shh.
We don't talk about that.
I got bit on my arm.
Ellie, we don't talk about that.
I got bit, everybody!
She's still her. It is nice to see some of that levity because they don't really get that in the second game.
I swear, you and my brother, same goddamn fucking person.
Well, if we're the same person, you know you're not winning this.
That stubbornness is true.
Put me on the patrol.
Alpine Run leaves at 1300.
I appreciate that they're also emphasizing more of their bond.
Yeah, because as Joel and her relationship are dividing, theirs gets stronger.
These 3 will be done by next day or so, and another day to hook up sewage. Now, y'all had the library and the school restored.
Yeah, we saw a fallen airplane in the last season.
I don't see any of this getting done until summer.
We need to build faster.
See, we got this dial called the constructometer.
Joel.
The more you turn it, the faster we go. Maybe your council stop letting so many of them in.
It's our council. When these people are fleeing collapsed settlements, they're fleeing infected. We're supposed to leave them out there?
If our lifeboat is swamped, yeah.
And none of this was tackled in the game. I love this, though.
If I could, I'd let them all in. And I'm working every damn day and night to make more space. You know that. But you gotta look after your own first, or you're no good to anyone.
Oh, but he's still changed, though. And I like that they're also illustrating more of their dynamic, too.
What are those?
Come here.
Oh, it's his nephew.
Yeah.
She was pregnant in season 1.
What's outside?
Monsters.
That's right. And how do we keep them out?
We shoot them.
Also, like they were utilizing Joel's skills as a contractor, which we established before.
I miss you, boy. What y'all up to?
Well, your wife wants me to build faster.
Didn't you tell her about the big dial?
Oh, the fact that he has a son just makes it so much more tragic for Tommy.
It's going to be harder for Tommy, too, to make the choice later.
You keep getting those monsters, Benji. Oh.
Oh, don't do that. Don't tease us like that or taunt us.
It's open!
Are we going to therapy?
But also making Joel go to therapy makes more sense why he's like lighter going into Last of Us 2. More willing to help people, rather. It's a conversation that's being had within the show that's established.
It is a different type of boldness to have him actually be taking accountability for the stuff that will be having consequences.
You want anything to drink?
What do you have?
Whiskey, herbal tea, with the teas mostly.
Catherine O'Hara.
I think he's going to tell her the truth.
Yeah, it was Tommy at the very first scene in the game.
Nice.
Oh, is that payment?
Hell yeah.
Shaken stems, what am I?
Winter, Gail.
I never stopped Eugene. January, February.
Eugene!
And they grow buds the size of pine cones.
Yes! Oh my God, I love that so much.
Payment accepted.
That's awesome.
Didn't know psychiatrists were allowed to drink in these things.
A psychotherapist.
Actual ticking clock.
Psychiatrists are the pill ones.
Thank you. Movies and shows get it wrong all the time.
We're not allowed to drink in these things, but I woke up this morning feeling sad. It's my first birthday without my husband
Aw.
in 41 years.
Eugene, we love you.
I see her around town, gives me a nod like I'm a stranger or some asshole. Even Dina asked me today, what's wrong with her? I mean, everyone can tell. Now that one treats me like a human being. He says hello, gives me a smile, looks up to me, makes me feel like I'm a good guy, which I am.
She's a better
Something
surrogate.
Understands me, like she's my kid or something.
Nope.
But she's not.
Neither is Ellie.
Oh, 19-year-old daughter. She's acting toward me like every 19-year-old daughter has ever acted toward their dad.
What is this, our 5th session? Are you just gonna keep grouching on like this every time?
Aren't you supposed to be validating me or something?
I've done this long enough to know when somebody is leaving something out, and you are definitely leaving something out.
He is going to tell her.
And you want me to validate that?
Good call, Greg.
No. In fact, fuck no.
She sees right through him.
You can't heal something unless you're brave enough to say it out loud.
Yep, that is true.
You shot and killed my husband.
What?
You killed Eugene, and I resent you for it. I hate you for it.
Did he turn already?
And looking at your face, sitting in our home, makes me so fucking angry.
Oh, dude. I feel so sorry for him right now.
Wow, and this is great for a whole other reason.
And now maybe there's a chance I can make things right with you.
Joel's just hurt so many people.
The themes of forgiveness.
Yeah.
I can help you. Say it out loud, no matter what it is, no matter how bad. I promise I will help.
I love that this is so much focus on Joel.
Yeah, because you feel more of his presence as like a external thing to aid the other characters rather than his own journey. Or
Did
aid
you
Ellie,
hurt
rather.
her? Then what? What did you do?
You did what I had to do.
Oh, you can't say it.
I saved her.
Oh.
Yeah. Essentially, I did what I had to do.
I want to know more about what happened with Eugene, too, why he did that.
He can't even confront the guilt about it because he's still trying to justify it in his head.
I mean, it's a massive confession, and she would know that Ellie is the cure, and he robbed every one of that.
God, they nailed the look down.
And the implications is that Eugene turned, and that would have stopped him from turning as well.
Exactly.
Ugh.
Yes. Starlight Savage, is that what that poster was? Oh, she had a workbench?
No, she's actually cleaning her weapons.
Heck yeah.
Cool.
Retool the workbench to upgrade your weapon. That's awesome.
Why didn't she just turn on her gameplay modifier? She would save so much more time.
I agree with you.
Came to pick you up. Oh, you're on this run. Uh-huh.
Whereas it was Jesse before the game.
Ooh, where'd you get the holster? Dominique traded some old boots for it. Should've kept the boots.
Man, she seamlessly embodies Dina. I didn't even think about it in the last scene.
Yeah.
Got it. There we go. Just like
You
that.
instantly feel their chemistry and their history.
Oh, man. It's close and personal.
Look at you with all that hardware. You're like Curtis and Viper.
Curtis
and Viper.
You know, those movies Joel likes? Yeah. I was actually gonna maybe watch them tomorrow night with him, if you want to join.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's
the way
her
they
that
are,
she's doing now. That's awesome.
It's driving home the projection that he does of Sarah onto them. Like the selfishness of what Joel does. Shimmer!
I like that they teased Shimmer in the first season.
We're 5 minutes behind because of one or two of you. I see Ellie over here looking like Curtis and Viper. If you see one or two runners, that's fine. Clear them out. Anything worse, you come on back and we send out a squad. Understood?
You know you're only like 4 years older than us, right?
Just say understood.
Understood.
Jesse seems more like the high school nerd who's in charge of things now.
Can you take things a little more
question.
seriously? The others look up to you too. For some fucking reason. Okay, Alpine Run, moving out.
Oh.
Oh, that look.
They're not public? Secret to
I don't know if they're together right now. This is much earlier in the timeline than before. I mean, if we're going off of when the sniper scene was going down and like they haven't had their blowout conversation yet, Ellie and Joel. But right now, it's just in that friction stage with them. It's like Ellie knows, but she hasn't confronted him directly yet.
She hasn't gone to Salt Lake City yet. Damn, beautiful shot.
So you going tonight?
Yes, I'm going.
Taking anyone?
No.
Okay, they're changing stuff around because the dance hasn't happened.
It was after. It was the day after.
Yeah, maybe.
Why not? Cat's available.
Why would I ask Kat?
Oh, that's Kat.
She's the other one.
Yeah, we never met Kat.
And she definitely left her mark.
Hey.
Right, yes, thank you.
Literally, the tattoo.
Oh, you're into someone else. Tell you what, you can go with me.
Aren't you and Jesse?
No.
No, I guess not. Oh, shit. Never mind. We're not. You're right.
What is it with you two?
I don't know.
Interesting remix. Plays out better for this, though.
Let's go.
Yeah, because the sniper thing, that was years earlier in the game.
Yes.
Earlier in the
Yeah.
game.
Go back and report it.
Recon,
Yes.
Cat. Let's fucking recon.
Wait, guys.
I feel like that actress is someone more notable that I'm not picking up on.
Oh, dang.
A bear.
Bear versus clickers, huh? Took each other out?
But it's Leonardo DiCaprio in The Bear.
Reject Nation, if you haven't heard, I'm going to tell you about a little thing that's been part of my routine these past couple months. Ooh. Try not to spill. Huel, Huel. God, that is tasty. Well, I've been using Huel to update you guys. On January 25th, I weighed 218 pounds. As of the day of filming this, I'm down to 188. That's 30 pounds lighter, six-pack Greg incoming, and easily a necessity. One of the biggest things that I've been doing is making smarter, easier food choices. Like Huel's Black Edition ready to drink meal. I've got a ton of these. As a reminder, before I ever partner with them, they sent me bottles to try. I was very, very clear that I would not want to do a partnership unless I actually liked the drink. And by like, I mean taste. I wasn't even into the weight loss thing yet. Yeah, turns out I did. I was hooked. Because it's not just convenient, it actually tastes good. Like legit milkshake good, not looks nice on the label but tastes like chalk. No, it's good. So here's why it works for me. It's a complete meal in a bottle, packed with 35 grams of protein, slow release carbs, 27 essential vitamins and minerals. You're not just filling up, you're fueling up, as we like to say. No prep, no cooking, just grab it, drink it, and you're good to rock. And as for flavors, I mean, they got chocolate, vanilla, iced coffee, strawberry, banana. If you can't decide, variety box is a great way to go. Huel makes eating well simple. Takes the pressure off, especially if you're trying to stay consistent. The best part, it's affordable. Each bottle costs less than $5 if you're finally ready to try it out, or if you already take Huel and now you want to help support the channel and a little extra bit. You can go to Huel.com and use our code REJECTS for 15% off your first order plus a free gift. That's Huel.com, code REJECTS. You can also go to Huel.com/rejects. I did that today. So whether you're getting in shape or trying to eat smarter, Huel makes it easy to stay on track. Thank you, Huel, for sponsoring this video.
How many infected does it take to bring down a bear?
Check out the van.
Can I throw the van goes faster?
Yeah, it looks like at least one of them made it back in.
Maybe needed a nap after chomping that poor thing.
Aww.
What do you call Grizzly's ribs? Barbecue.
Corny jokes, the way to have his heart.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah.
They have great chemistry.
Yeah, they really do.
So you think Hungry Boy's still alive in there?
Fucking hope so.
Hi.
Oh, hi there. Here comes fun.
Hi.
You guys need to...
Hey, no, maybe there's a regular person who's trapped and needs help.
Yeah, what if there's a family in there? What if there's a toddler?
They feel so much younger than 19.
They got baby faces.
If you hear anything, you come right back.
Okay.
It is exciting that they're doing all this. Ooh.
Ooh, the suspense. Oh, you can hear the clicker.
Excited to see how their confidence level goes up, especially Ellie's.
Okay, so one-on-one. I've done that before.
What difficulty mode do you think they're playing on, though?
Likely Survivor.
Remember, guys, if your lights go out, just shake. Oh, don't tell me it's a stalker, Greg and Aaron.
Stalkers this early? I don't think we get stalkers, so we get to say Seattle.
I hate stalkers the most out of any of them.
Yeah, they don't show up when you're on your hearing.
Throw the bottle.
Yes!
We gotta throw the bottle.
Next, we got bricks.
They hurt us. I'm glad she has the same knife.
I know the games, but I barely know what you guys are saying. It's like scary movie.
I think I can somewhat understand. I'll distract it with this, and then you cut.
I don't like that music ramp.
Yeah, it feels like she's about to be hit by a stalker, possibly. If your name, oh, I didn't read that note.
The safe code's on there.
Huh.
Oh, Lucky the dog was on there. I remember that was or July, right? That was a safe code. 7/20/13, not 2003.
That sound design.
Don't step right on the glass.
Get her, Ellie!
Go, Ellie! Sick.
Our girl is capable.
Oh, and the blood spatter at the bottom. I love it.
Do I have to shoot you in the face?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, they don't handshake. Love that.
Oh my god, before we leave, you gotta check out the employee.
Oh!
Ooh, this is bad.
Are you okay?
Real
Is
bad.
that that's not spores, is it?
I think it's debris from the
Okay.
fall.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That is so something that would happen in the game. A side obstacle to get back. Find a rope.
Are you alone? I don't hear anything.
No one came charging for you.
I think we're good.
Andrew, I think you might be right.
I don't want to be right. I hate stalkers.
All right. Let's figure out how to get you out.
Man, they even brought these sets to life.
I don't see a way out. Bunch of padlocked doors.
It's too far for me to drop down, so I can find a stairway or something and figure out a path back up here. Just stay put.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be bad to call in help right now.
Stay put.
Yeah.
All right.
I think they should just get the Rat King out of the way right now.
Yeah, I mean, she
Just give it to
doesn't
Ellie.
Yeah, she doesn't face the Rat King, but yeah, let's do it right here. Pretty sure that's going to be season 3, Greg, but yeah.
Oh, if Tara was here, I'd make her jump.
Yeah, this would be a good time.
I would have purged her by now.
I think Roxy will take care of that in this moment.
For sure.
Yeah, 2003.
Wow.
Got your friends right there.
Stalker! Oh, shit! Damn, man. You called that shit.
Stalker, please!
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell
Awesome.
to the no. That was really good. That was really well done.
I hate them. Yeah, get that shotgun ready, Ellie. Shoot it in the face.
What took the Stalker so long?
Stalking.
Yeah, they come out at the last second.
Man, stay still.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter with a stalker if you stay still or not. They're oh, that is creepy.
You're actually capturing it, stalking her.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, season 1 focused a lot more on the horror, so I'm happy we're getting some of that horror element that was a little bit missing from the first season. I like that they keep it out of focus. Ugh.
Oh, it's even got
Kind of
the
blew your
whimpers.
cover.
I mean, that's what they do. They creep out of the corner and look at you.
Run at me, fucker.
Are you setting her up for another one?
Run at me!
Yeah, oh, I hate them. That's what happens to me every time.
Ooh.
They like to play hide and go seek.
Kind of sneak up on you.
The key with them is hitting the L1 dodge, guys.
Whoa.
Ooh, that heartbeat motif for the music, too. That's great.
It's so smart to have her kill a clicker first. Emphasizes how scary these ones are. Oh, it feels
like
like
the
so
ring.
demonic.
Yeah. And it has to be a
Like it
reference
feels
to the
like
ring.
witchy. Like runes on it. I love it.
Ooh. Oh, face scratched up. Interesting.
Oh.
Ready to infect her, even though she can't get infected.
Oh, it's coming out of her nose, the tendrils.
Oh!
There it is!
Dina, help!
Oh, she getting bit.
God damn.
Oh, she got her.
Got your ass.
Shoot again. Double tap.
Always.
Is that an actual? I bet they got an actual actor who played the Stalker.
You're good.
Ooh, it's growing.
Yeah.
That was actually growing.
Ellie, it's me. Over here.
Girl, take it out.
You okay?
Yeah,
How was it? Just her?
just her.
Interesting, because in the game she gets bit at the very end with the rattlers.
So you're saying it was what? Smart?
I'm not saying it could do math or anything, but it didn't run at me. It did what we do.
Oh,
The
for the council.
Talk about the evolution.
Took cover, planned, waited, lured me in, stalking.
And you saw this?
Mm-hmm. It was exactly like Ellie says.
Standing up for your woman.
You two running into an uncleared building qualifies following the rules?
We've killed a lot of infected before.
And you're telling me what, if it were you and Joel, you wouldn't have gone in?
Well, that ain't the same.
Why?
Because it's different.
How?
They have way more experience.
All right.
Yeah, it's
Apologize to Kat and log your report with Jesse. Go.
Maybe if you would have included that scene with David and her fighting off the horde, she would have had experience, Greg.
Do we believe them?
Dina was lying. She didn't see anything, but I believe Ellie.
Maybe the smart one was a one-off.
Perceptive.
Well, what about
It
the
was
other
not.
6 that brought down the grizzly?
Yeah, well, 6 ain't good, but it's not exactly a horde.
Not yet. I don't know, just lately I've had a feeling.
A feeling.
Feeling about what?
4 hours till New Year's. We adjourn.
Adjourned.
I like that they put the emphasis on the evolution of the infected, and they have to actually have like a council, and it builds up the danger of what they are. Cauterize it?
Yeah, you're going to have to.
No, she has to cut it out, yeah. Smart. They still kept Joel and Ellie separate this whole time.
Yeah.
Emphasizing her self-reliance.
I was going to say, other than the opening scene, they haven't had one scene together.
Barbecue.
Barbecue. That's funny. That was such. I love reading those journal logs in the game. It gets you get such an insight into Ellie's mind.
Just come to see if you were going to that thing tonight. Be good to show your face.
I don't know. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, this is so heartbreaking.
Pick up the guitar, yeah.
You been playing much?
Enough, yeah.
You can see the dinosaur drawing.
Strings are shot.
Oh.
I'll put some new ones on for you.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
Get it back tomorrow.
Wow. Still trying to show care even in the strainedness of their relationship.
Wow. I believe this is the same song from
the game. It is.
But it's outside instead of inside of. Oh, never mind. Now
There it is.
inside.
The shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
the shot.
Yes.
Cool.
Recreation.
Yeah, they even mess with the timeline with the strings with the guitar, too.
Right. Believe we saw this towards the end of the game, right?
Yeah.
Close?
Yeah.
She's putting on quite the show.
Is that Gustavo Santaolalla? I think that was.
It might have been. I actually don't know if I know what it looks like.
Ellie, hey, what took you so long?
I was almost line for line.
This next one is a little slower.
This whole thing is shot for shot.
Hey, don't forget, you got early patrol, so get some rest.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah. I think also she said Dina, Jesse. But aside from that, yeah. Wonder what actor they got to play Seth.
How bad do I smell?
Like a hot pile of garbage.
Whoa, she sounds just like her there.
Okay.
Rub the face on her. Yup.
You're so drunk.
E. Got into Gail's stash.
Damn. Bella Ramsey lift weights. Shit.
Just saying, she's in good shape.
Every guy in this room is staring at you right now.
Maybe
Staring at you.
Ooh.
they're jealous of you.
No reason reason to be. I'm not a threat.
Yes.
I think they should be terrified of you.
I got goosebumps.
And her face is like so shocked, like, oh my God, this is happening.
This is somehow even more intimate than the game's moment of this.
Well, yeah, because there was a build up to this too.
Not even that, just the way it was played in the scene itself. Wow.
Hey.
Woo!
Damn you, Seth.
Oh, this guy.
RoboCop!
Sorry.
They got RoboCop to play Seth? That's funny.
Sorry.
Robert John Burke.
What did you just say? No,
My man.
Yeah, Joel.
Hey,
Damn.
you're out of nowhere.
A walk.
Never thought I'd hate RoboCop so much right now.
Are you okay?
What is wrong with you?
Everyone's watching.
I don't need your fucking help.
Ooh. Oh.
Right.
He said he didn't play the game, but sometimes he sounds just like him.
I know.
Shit.
I know. Same with
Same Bella Ramsey, yeah.
well, no, I was gonna say Gabriel Luna.
Oh, the killing is this moment?
Not right now. Oh my
So early on.
Damn.
Fascinating. Okay.
They've flipped so much here. They're going chronologically.
This is the beauty of adaptation. Oh no, we're not.
We are not going.
They're messing with us.
Yes, they are, because they know if you're the gamer, like you know what was about to happen.
Because you saw that one shot right at the end.
Uh-oh.
Quarter sample.
Is that going to be like a sign for infected to come if that goes off or something? I don't know. Oh, is it going to let...
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, whoa, what?
Oh, crap.
My God, what?
They're going to have a horde coming now. Shnikes!
Oh, that's different. Oh, man, no.
Well, remember, we saw that
How
in the
does that
first
play
in
in
season
narratively?
1.
Wait, are these actual people? Is this Abby's troop?
These Abby's troop,
Yeah, I was going
yeah.
to say, I think so, because they're walking too normally.
Yeah, then we're gonna start with them and then button it with them as well. Yep.
Yeah, it is. The Salt Lake crew. Well, I guess they're WLFs now, right?
Okay.
Okay. Wow. All right, Reject Nation, quick personal update. On January 25th, I was 218 pounds. As of today, I'm down to 188. That's 30 pounds lost. Six-pack Greg is coming in. And while there's been a lot of factors, one of the biggest keys has been keeping my energy up, especially while having to up my cardio. And to help out with that, I've been drinking a little thing called Liquid IV every single day. Already a consumer before we ever partner with them. Lucky guy, what can I say? I like to take their sugar-free hydration formula, and honestly, I do feel a difference. I so appreciate that it actually tastes really good too. And truth be told, whether I'm coming off a workout or even having a rest day, I still take it. I just feel better whenever I take it. And here's why it works. One stick in 16 ounces hydrates better than water alone, thanks to their specific LIV Hydra Science formula. Something I've definitely committed to memory, what that exactly all entails, beyond just knowing it actually really gets the job done and is healthy. But I do remember that it delivers 3 times the electrolytes in the leading sports drinks. It's also packed with essential vitamins like B12 and vitamin C, which are huge for recovery, energy, and staying sharp. And the flavors, as you just saw, raspberry lemonade is my go-to. Actually, I have a variety pack. Lemon lime, pretty good too. Oh, tangerine. Tangerine's also pretty solid. They're pretty good no matter which one you get. Liquid IV has become a non-negotiable part of my routine. So if you're doing cardio, strength training, or cutting calories, or wish to feel better throughout your day, hydration really is one of the easiest, most overlooked wins. Come this weird guy in his mid-30s who really appreciates the value of being hydrated. So if you'd like to support your body and in turn support the channel, you can head to liquidiv.com and use code REJECTS for 20% off your first order. That's 20% off when you use code REJECTS at liquidiv.com. If you've been thinking about it, this is your sign. Give it a try. It helped me stay on track. It still helps me stay on track, and I believe it'll help you too. Thank you, Liquid IV. All right.
Fascinating.
I want to thank Prepper for editing down these highlights. Okay, well, we watched Last of Us Season 2, Episode 1. Andrew, why don't you take it away?
Thank you, Greg. Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. Like we talked about, definitely, obviously, changed a little bit the chronological. Aaron and I talked about this probably a couple weeks ago. I had a feeling that they were going to change up a little bit of seeing Abby's perspective a little bit earlier on. And obviously, as also Greg alluded to earlier, we're going to be talking about spoilers, obviously. As as I talked about with Aaron earlier a couple weeks ago, I had a feeling they were going to show Abby's perspective just so we gain some sympathy for her, especially if you're the general going Irons. But that was something I really did like, when we played the game, like where you mess with the audience there, because now you're forced to play with someone you don't like at this point in time. But then as you see, throughout the game, throughout the storyline, you gain more of a perspective of why she did what she did. And then also, when we get to the Levin Yara portion, again, you gain more insight into what's going on, as her as a character. And again, you gain more emotional attachment to Abby. So that would have definitely been a more bolder choice, but I understand, again, why they chose to go this. It doesn't bother me, but I understand the choice why. So just wanted to throw that out there. But in the one moment, I will say, too, like you pointed out, Kaitlyn Dever, is that how you say her name? Right. She immediately embodies Abby.
I think Dever?
Right?
I don't know. Abby.
However you say her name. I've never really watched her in anything. I think I saw her maybe 2 episodes of that show with Tim Allen where she plays her daughter. I forgot what it's called. She was really funny in the 2 or 3 episodes I watched in that, so that's the only background I've ever seen of her acting. But again, in the 2 minutes I saw of her here, she really does feel like Abby already. She's got that, you could feel that pain, that sense of loss, and obviously that's a very big part of Abby, and that sense of revenge, which obviously is a very big portion of the theme of the game. So I'm glad that they nailed that. I did like the entire thing of how they structured with, like you guys were talking about, with the relationship where everyone's got a relationship with Joel that we get to see and actually spend time with. I thought that was really smart, so that when we venture out, because it was more exposition in the game, which I still was fine with, but I think it's smarter to do here, establishing it like Jesse and Joel, Dina and Joel, and then obviously we saw Gail and Joel. But again, when Jesse and Dina and Ellie venture off, like, you understand these relationships that they have with Joel, so it's more impactful and more understandable when they go off to Seattle. So I think it's really smart to establish those relationships. So I'm glad that they're spending time here. I also thought it's a really smart decision, too, having Joel in therapy, just because, again, therapy is such a thing that we have now in society, but in a post-apocalyptic society, I feel like people would need it more than ever, especially at that time. But also, too, this is a town that tries to function on normality. So what better way to, have that than therapy? And I thought it's a very fascinating thing because Eugene, which I'm sure both of you are very familiar with that character, and if you're a gamer, I'm sure you are too, we didn't get to see any scenes of Gene. I'm not even going to try and butcher his name. It's Cypher from The Matrix is playing Eugene in this show. Joe, I'm just going to say Joe P because I can't even pronounce his last name. I always butcher it.
Oh, what? He is?
You didn't know that?
I told you I didn't even see the trailer.
Wait, what did you say? Oh.
What? Anyways, he's playing Eugene, but sorry, I didn't mean to spoil it.
That's fine.
Anyways, point being is he in the video game we didn't really get to see any of Eugene. It was more just notes and pictures and stuff like that. We saw that him and Tommy were fireflies. They blew up QZ in Denver. I believe his wife's name was Claire, not Gail, but we didn't actually get to meet her in that. So fascinating that we get to see Catherine O'Hara, who I freaking love. Great job in that scene, but also, too, that was a really good scene. Just giving Joel, too, some perspective as well, even though he couldn't come right out and say it, that he's going to eventually have to. And that, like, again, interesting take because in the game, I believe he dies at 73 of a stroke. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I believe that's what he died of in the game, whereas they're telling us here in the show that Joel killed him. I don't remember the reason being from the exposition we got here, but again, fascinating that she's throwing that out there in exposition, and I'm hoping we get to see that in an episode. But again, it's good foreshadowing for Joel because that's one of the best scenes. Like, I remember playing that scene like in the last week or so, and I was crying to tears watching that where Joel had to admit what he did. And you could see again right here in the scene, it's great acting again by Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal, where you can see that Joel has to tell this lie. Obviously, it's his daughter figure, and he was trying to save her. But again, Bella Ramsey, she knows it's a lie, but she doesn't want to believe the man that's her father figure, the man that saved her, and the man she's pinned across the country with. is lying straight to her face. She doesn't want to believe it. But I think it's great foreshadowing. It's just a great scene. And I love seeing this. As much as I hated it, it was a great scene. It was really good tension, really good suspense, and it really felt like, you know, it captured the horror aspect of the game. That Stalker scene was incredible. I got more to say, but I'll shift it on to Aaron.
Yo, I really enjoy this. I really enjoyed it a lot. I think that watching this show, in spite of the fact that all three of us have recently just played Last of Us 2, it does that beautiful thing of allowing you to still be surprised while being excited about what's to come. And the thing about the game is it's so technically advanced. Like the motion capture on that and the way the character models look are so realistic. So for them to adapt it, something that already feels like a playable movie, you have to find ways to change it up. Now, I think the ways that they chose to change it up were taking advantage of its medium, right? Because when you're playing a game, obviously you're playing it from a person's perspective. But if you're having all these characters in a rounded show, you get to explore things that you didn't get to explore within the first game, like a scene with the council or scenes with just Joel and Dina, because we didn't really get any of that before. And I like that we are able to spend more time in Jackson. The interesting thing about this season is the fact that, at least so far, is with season 1, obviously it was adapting the entirety of that first video game, so each episode had to be emblematic of a chapter, breaking that game structure down into a TV format. With this one, it doesn't have to do that as much because it is sort of elongating the intention. But I like the thing that they kept from the first season is that the encounters that they come across are thematic to the journey of Ellie and Joel. Like the first one that comes to mind is Bill and Frank, you know, about taking care of the people that you love. And then Sam and, what's his name? Henry and Sam, about, you know, this relationship and what you will do for the people that you love, even if it is the cost of other people. And here we get that with Joel and the therapist, where you are seeing somebody who has been directly impacted by Joel, by Joel taking the life of somebody that they care about, and getting that immediate confrontation of that, and that person being the person he goes to confront his own demons. I thought was very interesting, very fascinating dynamic, because, you know, in today's society, you probably wouldn't do that. You probably wouldn't be, you know, taking shots with your therapist, and they probably wouldn't just be able to say, I hate you. So for us to get like a raw take on that is very interesting. I like Dina and the way that they've sort of played her up and the dynamic of that, because if you're doing all of this now, it only makes that much more impactful when we do end up losing Joel. And I'm just excited. You know, we had a whole entire episode where we know that when we're playing the game, 30 minutes in, Joel is taken out, but we didn't have to really get any of that. It gives us a chance to let this breathe. And obviously with gameplay, a lot of that structure story-wise is broken down by like side quests and tasks that you have to do to like open a gate or like turn on a generator or get some medicine. But with adaptation, those elongated portions can get dissected or diced to allow you to have more room with your supporting cast, which only makes the story more enriching, allowing everybody involved to play into the theme of loss and forgiveness and revenge in some capacity. So I like that we are playing on the things that we already know, but changing them just enough to really hyper focus and concentrate that theme. So I'm excited to see what are the changes that they do. And yeah, I'm going to pass it off to Greg.
Well. We are here today.
It arrived.
Yeah, I mean, I rewatched the first season. I didn't replay the first game, but I rewatched the first season after replaying the second one. That way, I'm more in the show's vibe, because, like what Andrew was talking about, I think a lot of us probably, maybe not everyone, but a lot of us were probably having like a direct 1-to-1 comparison when watching the first season, the first go around, and this time around allowed me to simply watch the show. And there's so much more I really appreciated and loved. And there's aspects to what Pedro does that I prefer, because in the video game, is going to go towards what they're doing here. In the video game, it's kind of a deconstruction of your action hero in there, because I don't feel like Pedro plays this at all like an action hero. Whereas in the game, Joel's a badass white dude from Texas. He's a total badass. Even the scene in the finale when he goes to save Ellie in the game, it's kind of badass in the way he's doing it, and you're feeling that drive. Whereas the show plays it a little bit more sad, and it's driving home the loss and this choice that is very detrimental to the future of society. They really that's in the game, but I think the show kind of adopts a little bit more of a POV there to drive it home. And again, I think they're carrying through with that here, because if I were to sum it up, I think Joel in the game is brilliant. I think Joel in the game is more hardened, and I think Pedro Pascal is more broken. Both qualities are there for both of these characters, but when you're playing as action hero, then you're going to pull that veil back at the end and go, see, it's not all freaking action hero shit. That's what works so much about playing the more hardened type. And then even here, like, he really plays up the seniority of, Pedro Pascal's playing a version of Joel that is older than Pedro Pascal in real life. And you feel the elderness to him, and they're really driving home to, from the opening scene to start it off with Abby to then go into the therapy scene as well, where he can't even have a dialogue with his therapist now because he took the life of. They're showing that what he has done in his past, judgment is coming, basically. And I appreciate the boldness of it. Like, I appreciate. I think for a show you do have to, because odds of Pedro making it through season 2 are not likely, and then you're going to have to do your season 3 and 4. I think they want to do 3 and 4, where you're going to be following Ellie and Abby, and you can't, it would be very, very hard to get an audience on board when Pedro Pascal is the biggest star of this show, and he won like the SAG award. Like, he won awards for this shit, did he win the Golden Globe? I forget.
I'm not sure.
I know he won stuff. This is prestige television, and this skyrocketed him to a whole new terrain. So yeah, you do have to kind of drive home you can't solely do the POV of how it was done in the game, where you are showing Abby is the bad guy. Like, they started off with Joel is the bad guy, because in the game they don't even make it clear of why Abby is after Joel, where here they don't make it 100% clear, but it's pretty obvious that all these guys were connected to the people in the hospital of the Fireflies who died, and now they've lost their home. So they actually give you exceptionally more information, so that way when the moment does come, you already understand, versus before you didn't actually, versus in the game you didn't actually understand. So I was just going to say, to your point, the only thing we got in the game was they first just show you at the hospital. You just see Dr. Jerry Anderson, and that's really it. And it's like, okay, who's this doctor? And then it's kind of like that, but sorry. Yeah. But for television purposes, this makes sense. And I think it's going to make it more heartbreaking, because we didn't really get Joel trying to work on himself and understand himself. And to me, it doesn't seem like, correct me if I'm not correct me. It's not a correction. It's more of an interpretation. Timeline events of the game is that at this point, when all this stuff with Dina kissing happened, they already had their blowout where she confronted him. And it doesn't seem like they actually had that conversation, because of the way how Joel's interacting.
Not as of yet.
It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like it's happened yet, because that blowout happens in Salt Lake City.
It doesn't even feel like it's.
And then the forgiveness happens the night before.
Yeah, where that on the porch. So it doesn't feel like. Part of me is wondering if they're even going to have it.
Yeah.
Part of me is wondering if they're going to ever have that blowout.
Right.
Well, they cut away right before. Are you talking about like when they go back to the hospital?
Yeah.
I have to imagine because we haven't touched it yet. I have a feeling we're going to do flashbacks, like
for sure,
the game,
for sure,
because this is a present day. But also the scene they just teased from the game. They cut away as Ellie walked back, but I have a feeling if they don't show the immediacy of what happens in the moment they just showed, they'll do the thing that they did at the end of season, at the end of the game, where she walked back and then she's gonna come back over to him and talk.
By the way, that parallel where we thought that they were about to have that forgiveness scene possibly, and because if you're a gamer, it kind of reminded me of the parallel where in the first episode of season 1, which I know you guys just watched, where we see that in the game, Sarah, Joel, and Tommy get hit by the car, and that's what we thought was going to happen when we were watching that. They subvert our expectations. Nope, they just get hit by a plane engine.
Yeah.
So it kind of subverts your expectations as a gamer. I'm like, nope, we're going to do something different here. So fascinating choice. But I also thought, too, it was really interesting that they decided to go with... Oh, sorry, were you still going on?
I was, actually.
Oh, my bad.
So I was, I actually lost my train of thought now. It's fine. You can go ahead, Andrew. It's fine. Totally lost my train of thought.
My bad. I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
I was just going to say that I thought it was really another bold choice to give Tommy a child in this because, again, it makes it a really tougher decision when he's going to eventually have to go out to Seattle as well. Obviously, it's a very tough decision already because he's got to leave his wife. He's got to leave the town, which is very open now to either hordes coming in or just, other people, coming in to, rough up the town or whatever. But now having a child, that's a very difficult decision to make. And so I like that they have that. And also, too, it gives Joel, this connection to having, a nephew there, too. I really, really like that they made that choice. It just adds another family dynamic, which Joel is all about family, as we know. And I like that you picked up on that because I was actually thinking it as you mentioned it, where that scene was almost a recreation of the scene in the first episode with Sarah and Tommy comes in and he was out of pancakes for his birthday. Very similar scene, but I love the chemistry between. I really love the chemistry between Dina and Joel because I don't really think we got any scenes of them in the video game.
We didn't.
We did not. So seeing that was so cool, and it's him showing her the hardwiring and all that because I believe again in the game she said that Eugene is the one who taught her all that. She's like only Eugene would tinker with this shit, and he's the one who taught me how to do that. So. Very fascinating angle to go that way. Again, I love when they recreate and do these own things on their own, and they do it in such a fascinating and satisfying way. I think that's the biggest thing because we talked about in season 1, episode 1. I'm hopefully going to pronounce his name this time right. I said Jonathan Hyde the first time. John Hannah from The Mummy. He was on that 60s talk show where he talked about the cordyceps infecting us and how scary that was. That was incredible exposition. Not in the game. And then in episode 2, the whole thing in, I forgot the country we were in, but where, the physicist woman or whatever, she was studying the cordyceps and she's like, blow up the city. Again, I love when they add the originality and they do it in such a fascinating way. So again, getting to spend more time in Jackson, so much great stuff that they do. So Craig Mazin, Neil Druckmann, great job in episode 1. Really loving what we got here.
You guys think we're going to see Tommy's journey to find Abby and following Ellie's journey? Do you think they're going to kind of have that happen off screen like in the game?
Good question. You mean from
I'd like to see Tommy's perspective if we're doing this adaptation.
If you're going to do 3 seasons, you got enough time
well
to
show it.
Got enough time to for sure, right? With 3 seasons.
I don't know. I have no idea actually. Where are we at on this timer here?
22.
I think the. Well, I have a hard time getting my thought back. I really am. I think the psychological aspect of, if you look at what happens at the end of season 1, when Joel is walking up the hill with Ellie, it's very, very, the word picks up here at the beginning of this episode. It's very identical to what happens in the game, but contextually wise, it feels very different than what happens in the game because you're still kind of in Joel's shoes in the game where you feel like he kind of did it's a debate, but it's played a little bit more tender and sincere. Where when I watch the show, I'm like, Joel seems a little crazy. Like he's clearly thinking he's got the new Sarah right now, and he's doing something super selfish. And he's made Ellie this projection now for the thing he lost. It's all in the game as well, but I think the show does a better job actually at driving that home. So for him to be doing that with Dina as well, I think drives home that broken psychosis even more so. And I think it's brilliant, the enhancement of it. I think that when I replayed Last of Us, because the first time I played Last of Us 2, I thought it was manipulative when Abby killed Joel. I was like pissed. I had the whole journey where I was like pissed at the game and I thought it was messed up and manipulative, and then I fell in love with the game by the end. And then on replay, I like I think this show's doing a great job at emphasizing like he's not a hero. He actually maybe didn't make the right call, and I think they're doing a great job to really spotlight that throughout this whole experience. And the distance with them is great because what they're doing right now in terms of smart writing is they're elevating their supporting cast because soon their lead character is going to be gone. So they're really I think they're making it feel more ensemble, where in the game you kind of only would interact with like Tommy and Marlene and all them through if you're like when you're only playing as Ellie. And this time it kind of seems like we're going bigger cast and we're going to get way more emphasis on everyone. That way, it's kind of like if you guys have seen The Office in a much different version where Steve Carell was the lead, and then when he wasn't the lead anymore, they elevated the whole ensemble. I kind of get the impression they'll be doing a tad bit of that because soon it'll be the Ellie and Dina show at some point. But I do love how they've amped. I like when they pay attention to like emphasizing a little bit more of the game stuff, because in the first season, when they fight a clicker, it's super hard. And in the game, you're fighting like a billion clickers. And then here they show you like, if this was real life, it'd probably be hard to take down one or two, actually. And to show the elevation of how far Ellie has come, where she is confidently able to go in there and actually kill the clicker. And then to build up the Stalker, because, there's more than Stalkers to come. Mm-hmm. There's, Shamblers, there's the Rat King. We only met one bloater before. I think a bloater's harder than a stalker, but they really put this like kind of emphasis on the stalker, like it's the next evolution of something. No. So I don't know like where they're gonna go with that, because to me, I imagine for the gamers, like a bloater. If you guys don't care about spoilers, and if you're here, the bloater's the thing in the episode 5 that comes out of the ground. I think that's significantly harder than a stalker.
As long as you got fire, bloaters are easy.
Well, I think it was more so the introduction of the different type of threat we're not accustomed to because they haven't logged it yet. And so going to the council.
But they didn't do that with the bloater. And the bloater, I think, is like a massive step up.
Well, the bloater existed in that what they were all underground, and we didn't really spend any time in Jackson.
Yeah, there was no
a name for it.
Yeah, there's no conversation around like what was that.
It just happened, and they had to leave.
Yeah, we're here. They're like, no, they're evolving. I think maybe because there is more personality to a stalker, right? Like it's kind of thinking way more, whereas the other infected head straight in and just handle business. This one was the ability to stalk requires a little bit more mental work, and so I guess actually, that's why I love about the show, because I never considered that in the game. But the show's spotlighting it in a way that's going, oh, that is a thing where you have to have a conversation about the evolution of the infected at that point.
This is why when I wasn't just like going on a spout. Like I hate stalkers more than anyone because they are like they make strategic moves against you and they come at you at the last second. And when I play them in the video game, I hate more than anyone, more than the bloat. Okay, I'm not going to go more than the Rat King. That's a different story. I hate the Rat King more than anyone else. Other than the Rat King, stalkers I hate the most. They are the most difficult, and I think this episode really emphasized, Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann really did a good job emphasizing how strategically they move and just, again, the way they contort themselves and just how scary they can be. So really great job, and that was a good point you made.
I think Abby, that was something that I do think that in the game for Abby to be buff is very emblematic of her rage and anger, all of this hyper focus. I'm going to take it all into my body. That way when the day comes, I can extract revenge at all costs, right? Mm-hmm. And it might not be necessary for the show. I'm beginning to actually change my tune with that, honestly.
I think we had this conversation a couple weeks ago.
It's
an expression of pain, but that's not the only way pain can be expressed.
And it's because of how she sold it here. When she does sound like Abby and stuff. So, and you can feel that rage. And it's not like she needs to be buffed to kill Joel, but I don't know. There's other aspects to where Abby's physical bruteness and strength. Yeah, it's like very specific in the game. Built like an ox.
If she's not built like, if she looks more like Sarah Connor toned it like that, I mean, I'd be okay with that even. You know what I mean?
She's so short. Or is the guy who plays Owen so tall? And we got Falcon here.
Yeah.
I did notice too, just last thing, I did notice with the Salt Lake crew, because I didn't see Jordan, I didn't see Leah, but again, that was just outside the Salt Lake.
There's a lot more of them.
Yeah, there is a lot more of them when they do come to Jackson, but I did notice that we did not see Jordan or Leah.
I mean, I think the show is actually going to deviate from the games quite a bit.
Right.
The fact that this ended because they remix and they're having fun. The first season was pretty accurate to the game. It's pretty accurate
structurally, but some of the events were different to highlight the themes of the story.
I didn't say 100% accurate. All right.
Keyword pretty.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
But I think like if they have infected a horde overrun Jackson, and I'm like, oh, that didn't happen in the game at all. Like, where's that going to lead to? And I think the more they didn't have the therapist character. If they're not doing all these things, that I feel like they're for a game that's already insanely long, to do this expansion over the course of 3 seasons is gonna It's gonna allow for a cooler adaptability, and it's going to allow for more creativity, and you got to surprise you because the game is massive. The second game is a massive game, and a lot of people watch the cutscenes without even playing the game. So I feel like they can remix a lot and hold off on Joel's death to like close to the last episode, honestly, if they wanted to, or it could happen in the next episode.
And there's so much important dialogue that happens during the gameplay. So for the people who just watch the cutscenes, like there's so much fun and important stuff you missed during the actual gameplay.
I love that they brought the beer bottle in.
Yes.
Yeah. Great. Now, I really appreciate this show's restraint as far as the death of Joel, because obviously it happens very early on and sets the tone for the entire game. But for us to be able to spend time with these characters, really, really hammers home the fact that this story from the beginning has been about character more than it's been about its action.
Mm-hmm.
Its action is only used to heighten the experience of the game and show the danger of this world. Now, the fact that we're showing Abby early, as opposed to it being like something that's bamboozles us as a player, now there's this building sense of dread. There's this mystery aspect of what are they going to do once they get to Joel? How are they going to see Joel for the newcomers? But then there's a sense of dread for us as the gamers. We're like, oh no, we know it's going to come, but we know this is a remix. How is it going to come? Because it's not going to be happening in the same way. There's going to be a horde coming to the city, where in the game it was them patrolling, and then they happen to find them.
I swear to God, if they shy away from Abby beating the shit out of Joel, I'll actually.
Well, she said do it slow.
Yeah, she did say that. I'm sure she's going to get a Joel in one. Don't worry.
I really hope they don't shy. I hope we like watch a brutal death of Pedro Pascal. I hope we watch Mr. Fantastic really get clubbed.
That's going to be
what I will say. What I will say is that though it will be sad to us as viewers, I don't think it'll be as divisive as it was in the game, because with the game there comes a sense of identity because you're playing as Joel, therefore you feel like you are Joel. So when Abby kills Joel, it feels like she's killing you. But because we're doing this ensemble take and establishing her early on, she's killing a character that we love, but we're also going to be establishing her as a character that we're going to get to know.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, the game positions her, again, like what I said earlier, the game positions her like she is the antagonist, the villain of the story. And they even kind of like play her up as if she's evil. Like they make you play as her for a little bit, but that does nothing.
Right.
They make you play as her, but it does nothing to make you like endeared or connected to her. Where here they set her up like a child who just lost someone really important to her. And so what I'm saying is they actually make you understand her right away, versus in the game you don't understand her right away.
Yeah, and I like that. In my rewatch of the show, him killing Jerry Anderson was like a quick like one-off, just another thing in his way. Where in the game, it's like a moment. It's like very intimate. Like he stabs him, and then they're like, okay, this is something. Well, we don't know it's going to be important until 2, but yeah, it just feels even less like more throwaway, and just goes to the fact that there are consequences for your actions.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Last of Us Season 2, Episode 1 in the can. Can't wait. Keep a lookout for the blind reactions. They have no idea what's coming. They have no idea.
Oh, no.
I might just kick that door open. I want to do it like 10 minutes before Joel dies. I want to be like, hey, he's going to die in 5 minutes. Like, really
Guys,
spoil it.
Yeah,
Just coming with a golf club.
I was going to say, if Greg doesn't spoil it, please don't spoil it for them, guys.
Yeah, don't do that while we're spoiling it. It's different. We know. Like, we were fucking talking
I'm here
about
for
it.
you spoilers.
We know. I'm saying for the blind reaction, please don't spoil it for them, guys.
Guys, leave your thoughts down below. What did you think about this episode? I'm enjoying the remix. I'm excited. I think Dina casting is flawless. I barely talked about it because, shit, yeah, I do want to say something about that. It kind of reminds me of like Miss Marvel casting, where I fail to notice how good of a job she's doing because it seems it's so effortless. It's like so slipped in that I'm like, oh my god, yeah, she's like totally hurt, you know. And I'm not even paying attention to that when she's pulling it off wonderfully. So thank you guys so much for being here. Subscribe, click that bell. We're gonna cover all these episodes. TLOU, peace out. Guito Galindo.
Hey, yeah.
You know what? I tell you, Guito, if you were infected,
Don't say it. Say it ain't so. Not Guito.
I would chain you up and taunt you till the rest of my days.
Oh, man. That's so mean.
I would get a feather and little tickles right on his nipples.
Oh, I see. You would physically. I thought you were just going to, like, call him names and shit, but that's worse.
No, that's part of it, man.
I'm going to humiliate you
him.
verbally, but I'm also going to mess with you physically.
I'm going to be like, this is what you get for subscribing to Blindwave.
I'm going to leave so many banana peels in the barn where we keep you.
Oh, that's going to be so funny.
I'm
And falling
down.
And falling all the time.
Falling everywhere.
I'm going to literally like slice my whole body open, have my guts fall out.
Yes.
So that way he's like, I need
perfect.
it.
Finally,
But
I get to eat
you
you.
won't be able to reach me. It's going to be hilarious.
Oh, man. That's the ultimate revenge.
And because phones have stopped working, I'm not going to be able to call for help.
Joke's on you,
Joke's on you,
Guito.
loser.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be dead on the ground.
And you won't be able to enjoy a minute of it.
Even get
won't be able to get
taste of it.
Mite of a morsel.
I'll be a rotting flesh right there. It's like pizza staring you in the face, and you won't be able to do jack shit, dumbass.
You're gonna have to stare at it forever.
Oh God, I made you look stupid. That's
What
for
an
sure.
idiot. Yeah, I bet you feel real smart about pledging to this Patreon.
Well, I'm looking forward to making a fool out of you.
Oh, look out. Watch your back, Guito.
Happy April, buddy.
Mwah.